Welcome back to R&R with Nerd Jared, where tonight we are counting down the top 10 Friday the 13th hotties, based solely on their hotness. So trigger warning, I'm about to completely and utterly objectify women based on their looks alone, solely on how hot they are. You've been warned. Okay, before we get started, let's quickly talk about how we got our top 10 and how we graded them. It was pretty simple as far as picking. I wrote down every girl that's ever been in a Friday the 13th movie, which is quite a lot, by the way, and then I picked 10. That's from Friday the 13th Part 1 all the way up until the 2009 remake. The remake. We'll talk about that in a minute. Anyways, out of all those females, I picked just 10 off my gut. Meanwhile, Mr. Cack in the background was designing a proprietary hot girl grading scale. And well, we can't tell you about it because proprietary. But the point was, I did not know what that system was until after I had already picked my 10. So it made the grading pretty challenging, and it may look like some of it doesn't make sense. Should be interesting. Here we go. Number 10, Lexa Doig from Jason X. I won't lie, Jason X is probably my least favorite of the Friday the 13th movies, so much so that until I made this video, I'd only seen it once. So, for you, I went and rewatched it, because Lex is on the list, then I have to justify that. And I'm kind of shocked she ranked as low as she did, but after watching Jason X again, I think it's a fair rating for the rest of the girls on this list. She never was in a bikini, she didn't have any intimate scenes, she never was wearing anything too revealing, and that's unfortunate for us, and her, because she's number 10, but hey, at least she made the list. Number 9, Amy Steele from Friday the 13th Part 2. Now, if you would have asked me at the start of this who I would have just made my number 1, it's Amy Steele.
Bullshit, Paul.
Because I loved her character Jenny, and she's gorgeous, so she's on the list. I don't know if she deserves the number 9 spot, but nevertheless, based on the proprietary grading criteria, she's not in the top 5. She does have a short bikini scene, but really nothing else, and unfortunately had to have points deducted since she wasn't unalived by Jason. Yes, our grading scale deducted points if the person wasn't killed, and we actually added points if it was a memorable death. Number 8, Charlene Martin from Friday the 13th Part 8. Representing Jason Takes Manhattan at number 8 is Charlene Martin, who plays stuck-up rich girl Tamara. She's a pretty neat scene with a mostly inaccurate science project I imagine she didn't pass, but it was enough to get her selected and she made it to the top 10. She did have a shower scene, but she was behind the curtain, so nothing too revealing. Jason does sling her nude body headfirst into a vanity mirror, but alas, it was a stunt double and not Charlene. Also, she was unalived by Jason, but it was off-screen, and even though he gave us plenty to leave to the imagination, either way, a fitting place for her on this list is number 8. Number 7, Jennifer Cook from Jason Lives, Friday the 13th Part 6. How can you make a Friday the 13th hot girl list and not have Jennifer Cook? However, given the grading criteria we used, I'm surprised she made the list at all because she has no risque scenes at all. However, she does bring a great final girl element, and her love interest in Tommy is super cute, and sometimes that's good enough.
I ought to punch you, silly.
Let him out of there, Rick.
Don't clown around.
I'm not the one with the funny red nose.
You better do as she says. Because wherever the red dot goes, you bang.
Could have had a shower scene, though. Remember, I picked the top 10 before I knew the grading criteria. Also, once again, points deducted for staying alive. Number 6, Monica Keena from Freddy vs. Jason. Monica Keena is one of those cute yet total hottie and needs to be on this list, even though Freddy vs. Jason may have been the dumbest movie in the franchise, if not ever made at all.
What was the name? What was the name?
But Monica delivers in the hot department, and though she had no risque scenes and survived to the end, she somehow managed to make it onto number 6. I know you're probably wondering about this proprietary grading formula we used, and I'm still not telling you.
Welcome to my world, bitch!
But trust me, it's very scientific. Number 5, Kimberly Beck from Friday the 13th Part 4, The Final Chapter. Kimberly Beck, who plays Trish, obviously had to be put on this list, but I think she's the one hot girl, final girl we all wish would have had more screen time, in many ways. She loses some points for not getting unalived, and she loses some points for not having a revealing scene. But she still made it to number 5, and despite all that, based on the grading, I feel like it's an appropriate spot for her, right in the middle. Alright, now it's starting to get good. Number 4, Elizabeth Catan from Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. This is not Elizabeth's first scantily clad movie, no. Apparently, she was a little wild in the 80s, and there are better movies of her. She has this ditzy vibe going on full force, and it's just an overall cutie. She did have a few scenes where she was not clothed and picked up some bonus points for that, and being thrown out a window by Jason. I mean, what else can I say? Remember, proprietary. The only thing more secret than this is the Krabby Patty formula. Number 3, Julie Aronson from Friday the 13th Part 4. Our other lady from Part 4 is Julie Aronson, who plays Sam. And Sam, well, she enjoys swims without swimsuits. So much so, she did it twice in this movie. Once when the whole crew was skinny dipping, and again after her boyfriend Paul, a jackweasel of a human, made her so mad she goes for a midnight swim, where she meets Jason for the first and last time. She's kind of set up as the jealous girlfriend and not a main character, but she had a pretty good death while swimming without a swimsuit, and it's fairly brutal, and brutal without clothes adds points, so here she is at number 3. Coming in at number 2, Kristen Baker from Friday the 13th Part 2. At number 2, we have a repeat from Part 2, and it's Kristen Baker who plays Terry, our lovable, partially clothed athletic camp counselor who loves her cute dog Muffin and swimming alone without her clothes. Kristen, like some of the others on the list, liked to dab in nakedography, as I will call it. This wasn't her first role, and like Elizabeth Catan, had some late 70s films that you might watch on one of them premium channels late at night. The kind of channel that you watched growing up and was all fuzzy, but you could still see it. Some of those movies. She really didn't have a big part other than being, well, a hot girl, but that's all we need sometimes when we're making a list of hot girls. Hot girls go on hot girl lists. And finally, number 1, Tracy Savage from Friday the 13th Part 3. I've always thought highly of Tracy Savage from Part 3. Her character has honestly been one of my favorites. Her part is minor, but she's got a bikini scene and a shower scene, and she gets dispatched by Jason by a machete in a hammock reading a Fangoria comic. What a way to go. But there's something about her innocent hotness, like she knows her boyfriend Andy wants her, and she wants Andy, and those two have a bond, and it's just, she's not out to prove anything to anyone. And I know I said this video was basically skin deep, but Tracy's character has a way of making you feel at home in Part 3, with a shower scene. Tracy went on after Part 3 to work in journalism and even helped cover the O.J. Simpson trials in 1990, and then later went on to become an adjunct professor at the University of Southern California. Okay guys, there you have it, our top 10 Friday the 13th hot girls. What did you think? Do you agree? Do you not agree? Comment below, and I await your hate. Few things I wanted to talk about before I end the video. And I know some of you are going to say, what about Laura Park Lincoln from Part 7? And I hear you. Since she was recently passed, and even though as shallow as this video is, I didn't want to disrespect that. Disrespect her memory, but just know she was my favorite final girl in any of the Friday the 13th movies, and I had a huge crush on her growing up. And all of us, the world will sure miss her. Second thing I wanted to talk about, some of you are going to say, Jared, you include Jason X, but Freddy vs. Jason, but not the remake? Once again, I hear you loud and clear. But here's my problem. The 2009 remake has 6 total females in it. One of them is an elderly woman, and the other 5 are Amanda Rigetti, Danielle Panabaker, Juliana Gill, Willa Ford, and America Olivio. If I did a top 10 list of Friday the 13th hot girls and included the remake, 5 out of the 10 would be in this video. And while they may be the heroes we deserve, they aren't the ones we need right now. And I didn't think it would be fair to the rest of the franchise to include 5 from one movie, because, once again, I'm just that shallow sometimes. But yeah, every one of them deserve to be on this list. Maybe I should do a different list sometime. Anyways, hope that clears everything up. Don't forget to leave a comment below on how I got this completely wrong and what you would have done differently, and leave a like too, because if you're going to leave a hateful comment, you might as well leave a like. Hey, and don't forget while you're here to subscribe to the channel and check out some of our other content. We post a lot of stuff, not nearly as horrible as this. Check out another 3 Lame Guys reaction. Check out one of my reactions, even if you don't like it, because remember, if you subscribe and turn on the notifications, you can come back and post more hate comments later. And while you're here also, check out another 3 Lame Guys video. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this week. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Nerd Jared, peace out. Bye.